Oh, hi, this is the Mbzoey Shaver. I'm going to shave with it here and tell you my thoughts, so let's get started. Turn it on right there. You'll notice it's got two cutting surfaces on the top right there. I'm using the trimmer side over here to get some of those longer hairs on my face, so I'm going to do one pass with that trimmer. Then I'm going to lean the shaver to the other side and go back over it for a nice, close, smooth shave. So let's get back to that trimmer. It does a real good job up around your sideburns. But I just like to do one pass with that trimmer just to trim things down a little bit. I'll leave some links to the Mbzoey Shaver in the description below. Now that I got it trimmed down with that trimmer side, now I'm going to lean on the shaver edge. Here, I'll step out of the camera there so you can see that. Now I will lean a little bit on that smooth shaving edge right there to get a nice close shave. And I'm careful. I don't necessarily want both surfaces to cut and go back and forth up and down that way. I've tried that before, and I feel like I end up with just a little bit more irritation than I would like. So I go one pass with the trimmer, and then I come over and clean it up with the smooth shaver. So let's get started on that smooth shaver now. With the smooth shave, I try not to go over any part of my face too many times. I'm just trying to go with one down and one up. And then I'm moving over a little bit on my face and going down. And then coming back up. And then move over and go down. And then come back up in the same spot. And I'm maybe trying to go a little slower than usual. Now let's try it on the upper lip. I think it did pretty well on the upper lip. It maybe didn't get quite as close to underneath my nose as I would have liked it, but I think it did pretty well. Let's continue on the rest of my face. There we go. Now we're done. Let me pause and feel around. I think it could have done a little bit better back on my jawbone back there, so let's try to clean that up a little bit more. Yeah, that was better. Now, same thing on this side over here. And then let me just kind of feel around my face. I think it did all right. Maybe missed a little bit down here on the neck. It was a little longer there, so I used the trimmer. So there you go. That is the Mbzoey Shaver. That's how I like to use it. Cut with the trimmer first, then come across with the shaver. And it does a pretty good job, especially given the price point that is at. It is also very, very small. You'll notice it's smaller than the palm of my hand. It is waterproof, great for travel. It charges via USB-C on the bottom right there. Anyhow, that's the Mbzoey Shaver. I think it's a pretty good choice if you're looking for an inexpensive option that is highly portable and waterproof. Thanks for watching. If you want to know more about some other travel shavers, you can click over there. If you'd just like to see some of my other shaver battles, you can click over there. Have a great day.